Looking for street workers with my wife. That's terrible.
I don't know if you can see it with the bridge in the way, but there's an old Buddhist prayer tower, and at night they light it up, and it is tremendous. You can see it from the skyscrapers inside in the town where our brother and sister-in-law live.
Right, what's good, guys? We just got over here. We nearly had a couple of crashes with all these people. I think it was my fault, really, wasn't it? I was asking the Chinese word for massage because we're driving past the massage place, and as we were going, so I don't know if they were doing an insurance scam or what, but they slammed their brakes on in front of us. But I was looking at my wife, and she went, oh! And the first thing, I just stamped on the brake pedal, innit? She goes, oh! I just pressed the brake pedal. We started skidding because they spray water on the roads or disinfectant on the roads here. I got to lock the car. I forgot to lock the car. Yeah. All the old town, this, isn't it? All the old style houses. These are still the ones that are made out of clay and wood, and they've got handmade tiled roofs that they probably baked in the oven in their own kitchens. But there it is, big old beautiful monastery, big old big temple. Big old big un, eh? There's a couple of these in Chengdu, but they're very tourist trappy. There's just hundreds of tea restaurants around them, and honey, can we go to that shop so I can get a light? The cool thing about China is literally nowhere do you need cash. You go on the app called WeChat. If you've got a bank card connected to it, you can just pay for anything, anywhere on the phone, which is great. And if you don't have your phone, you can print out a barcode that they can scan, and they can take your money with the barcode. But like, be careful with your barcodes, because if someone gets hold of your barcode, they can spend all your money. And a pack of cigarettes too I need as well. I said, she wants to take my bad luck from me. So I believe in luck. Luck is a generated force field. And if you don't generate bad luck around you, how the f are you going to attract good luck? So I keep my shoelaces untied. Every time I go fishing on the boat, every time I go fishing on the kayak, untied shoelaces on all my shoes. She hates it. She's noticed recently that every single one of my shoes comes with a pair of untied shoelaces. She's like, you're gonna fall over and break your neck. It's like, I'm already blind. I need some luck in my life. Bad or good, it's all luck. You have to generate bad luck or the potential for it to attract good luck. But we don't live here all the time. We only come here for the holidays, so we don't really know where to find them. So we figured the practice comes from Buddhism and all this old China, the real old China, because this isn't a tourist trap, this is just here. It looks a bit touristy with their little banners and that, but this has just been here for a long time. But yeah, beautiful place. I told the people in the car park when they were like, oh, he speaks Chinese so well. I was like, I am Chinese. I'm from Xinjiang. They were like, oh shit, he's from Xinjiang. This road up these steps around the side of this temple. And see if there's any street workers. Looking for street workers in China. That's going to be a funny title to the video. You know what street worker is, do you, honey?
Yeah.
Like hooker.
Yeah.
That's going to be a funny video title. Looking for street hookers in China. Street workers. Yeah. Looking for street workers with my wife. That's terrible. So we just been in there, had a little walk around, but they don't appreciate photography inside, so I was respectful of the rules. Beautiful. They just got some old statues in there, like Buddhas, and some paintings. There's signs everywhere, and there's monks everywhere saying, I don't really know if they're monks. They can dress like monks, but they're saying don't take photographs, please. So I listened. I put the camera away in my pocket. We didn't find any street workers in there, no hookers around, so we parked the car down by the lake, and Ellie seems to think that a lot of these people like to work by lakes. So we'll get a wander on down back towards the car and get back with you. If you see that in the background, that is phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. So that little girl just called me a Waigwaran. I really want to go over and do a language reveal on them. like, hello little girl, and she'll be saying, and I'll say, oh, that's okay, because I speak Chinese. Bam! Hit her with the Chinese like a ton of bricks. Sometimes they cry though. Did I ever tell you about that on the train with Shanice? So I was doing the thumb magic trick to a little boy because he was staring at me, and he got scared. So Shanice said to him, oh, there's no need to be scared, he's really nice. And then he freaked out even more, started crying to his grandma, they can speak Chinese! They can speak Chinese! It was hilarious. Look at these fake fish. Why do you have fake fish in a pond? I bet it says no fishing too, right? I know there's going to be some fish in that water too. There's probably a no fishing pond. A lot of the places that are publicly accessible are no fishing. What did you say this is called? The West Lake?
Yeah, the West Lake. It's not the West Lake in Hangzhou, but it's a small West Lake in Fushun.
Yeah. So like a lot of places get renamed after places, or named after famous places in that have similar circumstances. Like this has the same kind of gazebos and architecture and monasteries and old-fashioned china. This is just the West Lake in Fushun. There is a famous West Lake, a very famous West Lake, but this isn't it. This is just what we have here. It's quite nice. It's just tea houses, people chilling. We just came off the lake into these back streets to have a look down here before we walk back along the other side of the lake to the car. This is really interesting, and quite a few people, because I'm wearing, you've seen this in this clothing, this outside coat. They call this the Sichuan men's provincial uniform. Pardon? Okay. It's the first time that's happened in a long time. She wanted a photo. If they ask me for a photo again, I'm just going to say, why do you want a photo with a Xinjiang person? Oh, they're making peanut candy. Fresh. Smells fucking delicious. Smells absolutely amazing. I love that peanut candy stuff, you know. It's just peanut brittle. It's delicious.
You want some?
No. We've got lots at home.
Yeah.
My mother-in-law keeps buying it for me because she knows that I don't eat anything. Every day she's like, I'm gonna bag a peanut candy for you. Like, I will devour this. Just checking my pockets after that girl approached me.
Don't give it to me.
Yeah, I'll put my phone in your bag because I want to get pickpocketed. I don't want to get pickpocketed. I want to get stolen from.
Stinky tofu.
I hate the smell of stinky tofu, baby.
But I was just about to say that I want to eat some stinky tofu.
Oh, don't kiss me.
I'm gonna have some stinky tofu.
I don't know if you've ever smelled mapu tofu, stinky tofu. It's called stinky tofu because it stinks of sulfur. It is abysmal to the nostrils. But this is real China. This used to be everywhere. This is street food. This street food used to be absolutely everywhere. Some of it is absolutely phenomenal. But the police are kind of cracking down on this. Oh, some fried chicken. Okay. Fried chicken, sausages, open cold roasted, chicken wings, chicken legs. Got some, this is the tofu. Flatbread stuff, more sausages. But this used to be everywhere, and they're usually mobile. They can drive and move, but the police everywhere kind of shut all the in Chengdu anyway. Like we're quite far away from Chengdu recently, but Chengdu, they shut all that stuff down. They don't like it, they don't want it, so they chase them off, and most of them are on wheels. And there's a very funny video on Chinese social media going around of a guy, he's a banker, and somebody asked him to watch the street food cart, and the police came, and he ran away from the police, and he quits his job as a banker. And this is just a video online. It's not a real story, it's just a social media thing, a skit. He quits his job as a banker, opens a street food cart, and his wife is complaining, saying, you've got no money, we've gone poor, and all you're doing is you're doing the street food business for money. So I'm not doing it for the money. So why the fuck are you doing it then? He's like, for the excitement, for the thrill. I love getting chased by the police because they will chase you down if you doing illegal business.
I'm gonna buy some stinky tofu.
It does stink as well. Look at that. It's beautiful. Assessment, honey. Have a bite and give us a taste. Hot.
Juice.
How does it taste?
Nice.
That's what Fushun is famous for, isn't it? Is the tofu.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tastes like home, does it?
Not particularly.
Not particularly.
Yeah, this stinky tofu is quite famous in a different city.
Oh.
Changsha.
Oh.
Hunan province.
Oh, so do you prefer this one over the Fushun flavor?
富县川类比家电公司面向广大社会朋友高薪聘请月嫂、月儿嫂、家政阿姨和养老护工等，热烈欢迎大家踊跃报名参加。休息，好休息。富县川类比家电公司面向广大社会朋友
这边上一块买了姐。不要。
吃一块。
来一根这下。他们吃过这个吗？我的天，来一口，不要找的喝。
Careful, it's juicy. 好不好吃？She said it's bad, did she?
She said it's average. Not really not very nice.
啊，我不是外国人，我是新疆的。
你哪个的？新疆 baby.
It's because I'm wearing the uniform. They keep shouting foreigner, alien, American. That's what I don't like the most, so they shout American at me. I am not an American in any way, shape or form. But they keep pointing me out. And I'm telling them, because people from Xinjiang kind of look like me. They've got brown or blonde hair. Some of them have blue eyes. They all grow beards. So I've started saying I'm from Xinjiang. But obviously you guys know that I'm not. But these guys don't know anything. So there's less abuse if they think that you're Chinese. So I tell them I'm Chinese. I look really Chinese, don't I? I look really Chinese, don't I? Especially with my uniform on. And the good thing is I can switch to Chinese on a dime, so when they do catch me speaking English and they're like, hey, it's a foreigner, I'm like, I'm not a foreigner, what are you even talking about, guy? So you just speak in English? It's like, I don't speak English, I speak Chinese, bro. It's the camera too, they see the camera and they're like, oh, it's another vlogger. I'm not particularly fond of vloggers. What am I becoming? Yeah, lovely day in the market, right?
Yeah.
We've never been, we've driven here a few times. One of our cousins, or my wife's fourth aunt's son.
This is really interesting.
Oh yeah. Mantis. Is it all made out of bamboo?
It's not really bamboo, but it's a kind of plant and
The grass.
A close.
我可不可以有一个视频在你的手？ Can I look at your hands?
Oh,
Look at these flowers. Oh, he's got a bird there as well. Wow. Phoenix, yeah. Really cool. Let's go. Let's stay down. We're gonna walk around the lake to
Yeah, I
get.
thought you were gonna come to take a video of the phoenix.
Oh no, yeah, I will.新年快乐。And I never knew how popular popcorn was in China till I got here. Chinese people love popcorn.
看甜不
5块
甜？
钱杯，10块钱袋，20块钱还没装的有，
还可以。
提的那个。
Yeah, it's too late in the year for the lotuses, right? But I imagine when they do bloom in flower, it'll be beautiful. Just like Lotus Lake, when we went to Lotus Lake, we were there too early. There's a very famous lake in China called Lianhuahu. And a few years ago, me and my wife, before we had any children, we took a camping trip up this mountain to this lake. When we got there, we got told there was bears, and my wife shit herself, and I said, don't worry about the bears. Oh, it's closed. We can't get to it.
Yeah.
Oh well, it looks like it's sinking anyway. But we got there too early in the year, didn't we? To see the bloom for the. And they're called, were they ice lotus on that lake, Lotus Lake? They ice lotus flowers.
Yeah, I think so.
And it's supposed to be, when it's in bloom, it's supposed to be, let's go back, otherwise we're gonna have to go all the way back around. But they're supposed to be absolutely breathtaking. But we were there in the summer, it was too warm for the bloom, there wasn't even this, the leftovers of last year's growth. It was just clear, crystal clear, beautiful water. I took a dump right at the top of the mountain. But she was shitting herself the whole week. She made me get out of the tent with a tiny little pocket knife, like a collapsible blade, because she had a squirrel or a rabbit. She's like, what was that? It was like, rabbit. Still sleeping. She's like, go out and look. I was like, if it is a bear, what do you want me to do? Fight it with this tiny little knife? Yes. Get out and look. So I had to get out in the middle of the night. And we put our tent in a very, very, very prickly bush. So if we were going to get attacked by a bear, it was going to be difficult on the bear. And we haven't got big bears here, we just have sun bears, black bears and brown bears, but they're not very large species. They're like kind of pig-sized bears, which still go up, but they're not so aggressive, not so territorial. But the locals there said about 1 person a year gets...
Waterman.
Oh yeah? Is it Xylo? There's so many different Automans, right? I have no idea which one's which. And our daughter loves Automan. I have no idea which one's which, but yeah, the locals on that mountain at Lianhuahu, the Lotus Lake Mountain, told us only about 1 person a year gets mauled by a bear. They didn't necessarily say killed, they just said attacked. Because they do the, was it caterpillar fungus? That's what they forage for up there, they do caterpillar fungus. I think it was caterpillar fungus, and they had songrong mushrooms as well.
Yeah, songrong.
And those mushrooms are incredibly delicate. They need to stay on ice as soon as they've been picked. They need to be on ice or they go bad in a matter of hours. Big business. When we got the bus, so we took a 12-hour bus journey out there. 12-hour bus journey on the way back. On the way back, the bus was just full of people with cooler boxes, styrofoam boxes full of ice, trying to transport these mushrooms back to the city to sell them. It does get to me, you know, like every time I go outside, somebody's just pointing at me, look at the alien! I'm not an alien. And even sometimes when I'm driving past, I get noticed, and all I hear is, Wagger, as it goes past the window. Foreigner! As I drive past, I'm like, you bastards! How did you see me in the car? My windows are tinted limousine black. including my windscreen. Like, how did you notice? And now I'm drawing a lot of attention to myself, walking the streets with a camera in my hand, speaking English. But like where it's busy, I can get away with it because I can't really hear. And when I hear them pointing me out, I switch to Chinese. And we've convinced two people today. We've convinced a 12-year-old boy and a 50-year-old woman that I'm not a foreigner. We convinced them that I'm a Chinese. It's quite funny.
I think they did believe it.
I think they did as well. Well, I did it to one on two. I did it to two people. One petrol station attendant and one toll booth attendant. They were like, oh, they tried to speak English to me. I was like, 我不是英国人. I'm not a foreigner. I'm Xinjiang. They were like, you're really Xinjiang? I was like, yeah, really, I'm really Xinjiang. And they were like, oh, nice to meet you. What are you doing here? I was like, oh, that's my wife. They were like, oh, congratulations on being in Sichuan. So yeah, thanks very much. It's much nicer than Xinjiang. So yeah, now when I get it works. So I don't look anything. Well, I've never really seen a Xinjiang person, but I don't know if they look like me that much.
I think they're...
I know they got browner hair, but do they have blue eyes?
No, they don't have blue eyes.
Do they have the double eyelid? Or do they have...
They do have the double eyelid. They have big eyes, but their hair, I think it's black.
Yeah.
Not
so
brown.
I can get away with it because they don't really know much about Xinjiang people. They just know they're a little bit different. And they look at me, they're like, oh, that's a Xinjiang Ren. Yeah, that's Xinjiang. The next time they meet a Xinjiang Ren, they could be like, no, you're not. I've seen one before. They got blue eyes, you can liar. So yeah, public relations. Sorry to the people of Xinjiang. And look at this chicken. Oosh. Lovely stuff. That's what I miss about Chengdu. This used to be everywhere. See how he's got his on a vehicle? He can just drive that away. Chengdu now, like, they all have to be on vehicles, so they can't stay places and they can't park in the same place for too long. So you'll find a place that does the food that you like and then go back to it and it's gone, and they've really just parked around the corner because the police know they park there and they don't have a permit and the police run them off all the time. It used to be everywhere when I first got here, like 2014, 2015. Then Chengdu went from tier 3 city to a tier 1 city overnight, and the police were like, nope, no more of this authentic Chinese stuff. It's just businesses now. You must have a license. You've got to be cooperating. So all the people that sold street food, sold fruit on the street, any kind of street workers kind of got run off.
Street workers.
I know I keep saying street workers is like hookers, but they work on the street, right? They have a legitimate job. They're working on the street. They're street workers, street food people, fruit vendors. They all kind of got run off. And that dog, that's his dog, that's biting his feet. I'd be whooping that dog's ass, biting me like that. Jesus Christ. He's proper biting his ankles as well. That's why you buy big dogs, not little dogs, because little dogs are assholes. I know, but like, cats are easy. You just have to get them to look at your eyes, and if you blink at the cat, that's what they do to each other. If they're gonna fight, they just eyeball you, but if they're not gonna fight, they blink at each other. I told you, Xing, Cherokee's wife, her cat is an absolute piece of shit. Bites him all the time. It hides up on the top of the cupboards. When he walks in through the door, it jumps on him and attacks him. But I managed to get the cat to come and sit on my stomach. And Cherokee was like, Xing, come here right now and look at your cat. She comes running in because she thinks it's attacking me. It's on my belly. She's like, how do you do that? I don't like cats, but it's really easy. Let's go in this gazebo. But like rabies is a problem here, isn't it? So you do have to be careful touching animals, but I feel a bit like Mowgli sometimes because animals are easy. You see the car over there? Yeah. So this is the Fushun 西湖，是不是？
对，
Fushun 西湖。
对，一个西湖。
So, yet again, going through my video footage. We've just been out all day. It was a really long day today, actually. We were at that lake nearly all day long. Most of my footage is there. There's only 1 or 2 times that the data got dumped or the footage didn't save. But right at the end, as we get back into the car, all of that was filmed. It's not there. It's not there again. GoPro. The camera just keeps freezing, you fucks. So that's the outro, guys. Thanks for watching.